Hi, welcome. Are you here for the Nintendo Switch sale? Oh, great. So, is there anything you're looking for in particular? Okay, so looking to build a collection? Very nice. And have you played the Nintendo Switch before? Okay, so just a little bit with friends? Alright, well, let me tell you a little bit about the sale. And have you shopped with us before? A while ago? Okay. So let's see here. Just want to make sure I give you the correct info. Okay, so everything pre-owned in the store today for the Switch is 30% off. So that's great. And is there any type of game that you're looking for? So some relaxing, some action, just a complete mix. Okay. Can definitely help you. So would you like to browse the store? Would you like me to come with you? Browse, okay. So why don't you take a look around, maybe grab some games that look interesting to you, and then bring them back up here. I can tell you about them and give you some recommendations. And I can also maybe look up some other suggestions I have for you too while you're shopping. Alright? Good. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. I see you found a pretty good stack of games. So I was doing some research for you. Are you interested in just pre-owned games, or would you also be open to purchasing new games as well? You would purchase new as well? Okay, I think I have some suggestions for you then. Let's see here. So I'm going to set my computer aside, and then we can go over some recommendations and look at the games you pulled. Sound good? So first I figured I would show you some of the sealed games we have. And right now we don't have any of these that were pre-owned, so that's why I'm specifically showing you these ones, just in case you might be interested. And let's see here, these are pretty popular titles, so we'll start with this one. And I'll just tell you what they are, and you let me know what you'd like to hear more about. So this is Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. So that's the first one. And next we have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. And I actually never played this one yet myself, but I am looking forward to hopefully playing soon. We have a Zelda game, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Okay. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And this is 3 of the older games all put in one for the Switch. Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. So that might be a good one to pick up, especially if you don't have the capability to play those games on other systems at home. One of my favorites, Zelda Breath of the Wild. And then lastly, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Always a fun one. So what do you think? Do any of these stand out? Mario Kart 8 and Breath of the Wild. Okay, good choices. So I will tell you a little bit about them and see if you're interested. So we'll start with Mario Kart. Have you played any Mario Kart games before? Yeah, they're so popular. So this one specifically is a Wii U port with a previously released DLC. This game has beautiful updated graphics, obviously better than the older original games. Let's see, I believe there's 48 tracks, so you will not get bored. And this is so fun to play with friends. The controls are very clean, very easy to use. Lots of multiplayer options. And there is a revamped battle mode as well, which is cool. And there's tons of characters you can play as. I think the new ones are a character from Splatoon, and I think also Bowser Jr. So definitely a good one to pick up, especially if you like playing with friends. So that's Mario Kart 8, and then Breath of the Wild. So are you a Zelda fan or know much about Zelda? So, on the cover you'll see Link, the hero, the main character. And it's fine that you haven't played any other Zelda game. You can still play this and have tons of fun. So, it's an open world adventure game, and it's beautiful. Beautiful graphics. And because it's open world, you can kind of play how you want. So if you want to constantly battle enemies, you can do that. If you want to just complete puzzles and shrines, you can do that. Lots of different ways to play. Tons of side quests, easy controls, a huge map to explore. When I first played this, I think I played for about 8 months, and I didn't get bored. You can gather food items, follow the story, or again, do what you want. It's really a great game for everybody. And it might be good timing to pick this up because the second one will be coming out next year. So, perfect timing. So, what do you think about those two so far? Definitely interested? Then let me set them aside for you. And let's move on to our pre-owned games that you grabbed. And I can tell you some information about those. So you did choose a lot of games, but it's good that the store isn't busy right now. I can walk you through all of them. So let's just set them aside right here. And we'll go one by one. So let's see. Thinking. Oh yeah, you did pick some really good ones. Guess we'll start from the top and work our way down. So we'll start with Spiritfarer. So Spiritfarer is one of my all-time favorite games. It's super relaxing. So if you need a game to play before bed, this is a good option. So you play as Stella, right there, the main character, and you basically are a ferry master on a boat, and you help animals after they have passed away. You kind of help them move on and complete any journeys that they never completed in life. So it's very emotional, in a good way though. characters are sweet. And it's not just that. There's actually a very large map. So it is open world. And not only are you taking care of your passengers, but you can also cook, gather supplies, complete quests, so kind of similar to Breath of the Wild. And you can really just explore. I think one of my favorite things though is the music. It really is so relaxing. And by the way, I am going to check every game to make sure the discs are inside, okay? So this particular copy comes with some stickers. And these are just all characters in the game. And I see it also comes with some postcards, which is very fitting. It goes with the theme. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I'd like this game when I first played it, and it's definitely in my top 10 favorite Switch games. So, you picked a good one for sure. And next I see you chose Animal Crossing. Have you played an Animal Crossing game before? Okay, so it's been a while. I'm sure you probably remember the concept though. So you move to an island and build up your home and community. You have neighbors to befriend, you collect things, design your home, really do whatever you want. It's very relaxing music as well. It's just a simple game, which is what I like sometimes. I'm trying to see what else. Oh yeah, so with the seasons, the atmosphere in the game will change, so that's pretty neat, especially when there's holidays. When this game first came out, I played way too much, but that was a few years ago, right when everybody started staying home a lot. So, I personally don't play this much anymore, but I think if you start playing, you might become addicted. It's also similar to Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is another cool game I encourage you to check out. And are you looking for other games kind of in that similar type of genre? Relaxing, kind of farming. Okay? Because I do have a game that I wanted to suggest, but I actually don't have a copy. But we are getting a few in tomorrow. So I figured I could show it to you actually on my Switch. I was actually just playing it on my break. So let me show you. And just so you know too, we do have both of these Switches in stock right now, if you'd like to purchase any. But I'm assuming you already have one. Okay. So my other recommendation was going to be Stardew Valley. So let me just show you. Here is the game. There's me. And let me turn it down. You are basically on a farm that you inherited. And you can move around, have animals. There's my little area of animals. And this is just a snippet of the whole area, but it's very relaxing, like I said. And all of the characters have really fun personalities. And I think my favorite thing about that game is that it was made by one developer, which is crazy. So you will be very impressed when you play. Why don't I show you Dreamlight Valley too while we're at it? Let me bring it up. So in Dreamlight Valley, it's kind of similar to Animal Crossing, except you are in a Disney paradise. So I'm just going to move this around. Whoops. You can see a castle behind you, and you can basically build the entire island to your liking, complete missions, and befriend all the Disney characters. There's so much fun dialogue and just lots to do, so again, another recommendation for you. So next, I see you chose Luigi's Mansion 3. So this game is a ton of fun. You play as Luigi, of course, and you get stuck in a haunted hotel, and you have to save your friends. Of course, that includes Mario. So you explore the hotel, suck up ghosts, and you actually use your friend, Gooigi, made out of green goo, to help you complete some tasks. So you basically play through every floor of the hotel, and it really is a lot of fun. And since it's almost the Halloween season, I wanted to show you, we also have this, if you're interested. This is called a steelbook, and it's basically a hardcover version of a Switch case. The cool thing about this one is it glows in the dark, and you can keep your game right inside. It's a nice collectible item. So I'll set this aside, and see you picked up a Yoshi game. Yoshi's Crafted World. So this is definitely a family-friendly, lighthearted game, and it's kind of like action platforming. You collect things, complete each level. You can play multiplayer, and everything is crafted. So you can see a lot of paper items, and it's a pretty cool concept. And it's actually pretty relaxing too, especially on the beginner level, so good choice with Yoshi. And then another popular character, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So Donkey Kong is always challenging for me, but they're so popular. And it's a fun game. This one specifically has really pretty graphics. I mean, especially compared to the originals. And you can play in funky mode, it's called. You can see up here. Makes the game a little bit easier. Not completely easier, but a little bit. And it's your typical style of Donkey Kong game, so it is a lot of fun, especially if you like challenges. And I see you grabbed 2 Pokemon games. So you picked up Sword and Shield. And are you a Pokemon fan? So am I. Pokemon Red for Game Boy is one of the first games I was addicted to, so I will forever be a Pokemon fan. So the concept is like other Pokemon games, where you defeat gym leaders, collect badges, course collect Pokemon, and there's a lot of new features. I think that honestly I enjoyed these a little bit more than Let's Go Pikachu, if you played that one, because again there were new features. And I'm not specifically familiar with the newer Pokemon. I'm kind of a classic girl since I grew up with the original, but I still had fun with these. So I would choose one of these, or both, if you want to collect. Alright, so next, I guess we will choose this one. And this is BioShock, the collection. So BioShock is 3 games, and they're not originally for the Switch, but this is cool to pick up since all 3 games are included in this. You can see the cover is really nice. And they're centered in dystopian societies. So you have BioShock Remastered, BioShock 2 Remastered, and then BioShock Infinite. So all 3 games in the franchise, plus a DLC. The biggest thing I can tell you about this is the story is so good. And I'm not going to spoil anything or go too much into it, but it's definitely worth playing, worth having in your collection. So, good choice. And another good choice, Hollow Knight. And you grab this at the perfect time because they're making a second Hollow Knight too. So Hollow Knight is a 2D side-scroller. The cover is actually really pretty. It takes place in an underground kingdom of bugs, basically. And it's a challenging game. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's actually kind of considered to be similar to Dark Souls, if you've ever played those games, which are very challenging. And the bosses are also very hard. So if you like a challenge, this game is for you. It was made by a very small team of developers, which again always impresses me because this game is so good. The music is beautiful. And honestly, the beginning of the game is kind of relaxing to me before it gets challenging. Lots of detail, lots to do. And this is kind of neat because it actually comes with an instruction manual, which you don't really see in Switch games. So, it shows you the moves. Let's see what else. Talks to you about items you pick up, the different characters. Here's some of them. So that's nice. I actually don't remember what this is, so let's see together. Looks like it's a letter. I think it's probably a cool poster. And it is. So this is perfect actually. I can show you. This is the map. So it's pretty big. Very detailed. And this would be really cool to frame actually. if you become a fan of the game. So I'll leave this in here. It was nice that somebody traded this in and left these items. So that's definitely a good one to pick up. And now 2 games left. And I see they're both Zelda games. Have you played either of these? The originals? Alright, so then I will just give you a short overview to trigger your memory. So Link's Awakening is an action-adventure game. And there's the front. And it's kind of like a typical Zelda game. And here's the back. You can see little Link. And this is a different style compared to Breath of the Wild. And this game was originally on Game Boy, I believe. I didn't play the original myself, but I know a lot of people who did, so good to have on Switch if you don't have the original one. So I'll set this over here. And then Skyward Sword. So there was a lot of controversy with the first Skyward Sword, but this is the Switch version. So a little bit of upgraded graphics, and the controls are much better in my opinion. The original version's controls were kind of challenging to use. So you have crisp graphics. I really enjoyed the story and everything that you get to do. There's Link. The Master Sword, right there. You get to save Zelda, which is typical for most Zelda games. Here's the back. You do a lot of flying, as you can see up there. And some bosses were actually challenging. I can't remember the name of the one, but it gave me a lot of difficulty. I actually had to keep looking up how to beat him on YouTube, so definitely a good one if you're trying to have a little Zelda collection. So what are you thinking? Let's recap all of your games here. So I'll move this aside. And are you thinking of picking up all of these games? Yeah, okay. So all of these, and then what about the 2 new games, Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart? These as well? Alright, so let me just look up all the prices for you and maybe even get you a good deal on all of these. Sound good? Perfect. Breath of the Wild, which is new. And when I say new, I don't mean a new game, I just mean sealed and not pre-owned. And then Mario Kart 8. And did you want to do both Pokemon or just one? Both? Alright, so then we have, let's see here. Let's count these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pre-owned games. And were you interested in seeing any of the other games that we have in stock that are popular? Maybe another time. Okay. So 11 games pre-owned, 2 new, those are all 30% off. So I am going to say, with the deal that we're having, I'm going to sell you all of this for $150. Good. That is quite a deal for 13 games. So I'm going to have my colleague here bag the games up for you, and she will also check you out. Alright? And you can pay with cash or card, whatever works for you. I think you did have a few points in the system last time I checked, so you'll definitely be getting more after your purchase today. Alright, so now you have a nice Switch collection, and you will be playing for hours and hours and have so much fun. Feel free to come back in if you need more games or if you have any problems with the pre-owned ones, okay? We do have a 30-day return policy. And I hope you just have fun. The Nintendo Switch has tons and tons of titles, so many good games, and whether you're just playing to have fun with friends or have a stress reliever at the end of the day, video games are such a fun escape. So enjoy, and I hope to see you back in the shop soon. Take care.